Good evening. Today is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024. And we're doing another episode of Pre-Workout Chat After Dark. I'm doing a pre-workout chat. I'm doing it in advance. I think it's better just to do these videos in advance because when I wake up in the morning and I want to work out, you know, making these videos and then, trying to get everything set up so I could do my recording of my workout and stuff like that ends up taking too much time than I want. And I like to take my time with my workout. So I think it's just better just to do these videos, like the night before and then, do what I need to do the following morning. And at least my pre-workout drink will be already pre-made and just sitting in the fridge for me. Anyway, today's video, and this is going to be like a very important video for people who are trying to like lose the weight. Which, by the way, before we get into that video, hey little guy, come here, come here, come here. Come here. Okay, I see you. So I just wanted to introduce you guys to the little kitten that I picked up from my coworker. Right now, his name is Zorro, and he's my little guy. He's actually my fourth cat now. But yeah, my coworkers picked him up, and he needed a home, and I had the space, so I decided to provide it for him. I know some of you may be going like 4 cats or whatever. That's like a lot, but it's really not, and I really don't care. So yeah, back to the subject of the video. We are going to get into loose skin. So I know a lot of you look at me and you see how big I am, right? I am about 6 feet 3 inches tall. And the reason why I say about 3 inches tall is because, when I was lighter and I got measured, the guy measured me at like 6 feet 3 inches tall. And kind of when I got like bigger and stuff like that, and the doctor measured me, it was like 6 feet 2.5 inches tall. So, the weight kind of pushes down on the skeletal frame. So, but technically speaking, I'm like 6 feet 3 inches tall. When I weigh a little bit less. So it's like a half of an inch difference because of the weight. So we just say 6 feet 3 inches tall when I'm just doing my calculations and stuff like that. But when I do my BMR calculations, I actually use 6 feet 2.5 inches because I like to estimate low when it comes to the benefit, right? So anyway, loose skin. Like, what is loose skin? Your skin has an elastic property to it, right? So you stretch it out, and what can happen is if you don't give it enough time or if it's been stretched out for too long, that elastic properties of your skin will remain stretched out. So when you lose the weight, you just basically become like a saggy balloon. I guess there could have been a kinder way to describe that, but yeah, the skin is just hanging loose on your body. I'm bringing this topic up because I a couple of days ago I had watched and I even did a small little reaction to Brentley G. He's a YouTuber, and let's just say when he started his weight loss journey, he was already like he was like around 500 pounds, and he lost like 200 pounds over I think 1 or 2 years, and so now he's like in the 300 range. So let's see Brentley G.
Instagram today where I took my shirt off dramatically and I noticed that my gut sort of moves differently than it used to, and there's like a lot of room in it, I feel like. like a lot of this is probably loose skin, and like you can pull on this. And this has an unbelievable amount of room on it, right? Everything is like so roomy, right? You pull all this, and this has a lot of room in it, and it's definitely a lot more jiggly and light. And there's seems to be room in it. Like you can go up here. There's room in this, and there's room back here, isn't there?
So as you saw from like Brentley G, you can already see that again. First off, congratulations to him for losing like over 200 pounds. That's amazing. I know that took a lot of discipline and that took a lot of work. So it's kudos to him. You can already tell as you look at his body where the skin is hanging and stuff like that, because you can already see like his chest is like up here, but you see his nipples are kind of like down here, right? And it's the same for me. When you see my body update videos that I posted weeks ago and stuff like that, if you look at my actual chest muscles, my chest muscles like are pretty much like right here. So you can already tell like my nipple is slightly lower than my actual like the edges of my chest. So they're already pretty like low. So I can already tell that as I drop the weight, I will probably be developing, it's a high likelihood that I would develop loose skin. Now, I've been a pretty big boy since like the age of like 8 or 10 years old. So I've been pretty big like most of my life. So my skin is used to being stretched out over a larger body. There's been times when I kind of got a little bit smaller and then I ballooned up, and there's been times where I've been bigger than where I am right now. You can develop loose skin, and it's really not a big deal. And there really is no way to tell if you will have it or not. So it's just better to just assume that you'll just get it. And prepare mentally for it. But I think it's way healthier to have a thinner, more fit body that has a lot of loose skin on it than to have like a way bigger 500 pound plus or something body that doesn't have loose skin. I think it's way better to be healthy than to be morbidly obese. And I don't think there's a medical professional alive who would say otherwise. If they did, they should probably have their license taken away. Now, Brentley is still in his body transformation. Now, I do not have to lose as much weight as Brentley G had to lose. He lost 200 pounds, and I think he wants to go down like another 150 pounds. So altogether, this guy is pretty much trying to lose like 350 pounds from when he was at his heaviest. Me, technically speaking, let's look at where I should be, right? So 34-year-old male, 6 feet 3 inches tall. If we do the calculation, right? Well, these calculations come from quite some time ago, right? But it says for a healthy BMI range, I should be somewhere between 148 pounds to 200 pounds. Let's just take an average, right? 177.5 plus 170.5 plus 186.3 plus 195.1. And then we divide it by the 4. 182 pounds. So ideally for somebody of my age, sex, and height, I should weigh around 182 pounds, right? So let's look at that. When I kind of first started this YouTube channel, I was like, if we just round up, 360 pounds, right? Minus 182 pounds. I have to lose about 178 pounds. There is a YouTuber known as Obese to beast. And you know, he became very popular and known a couple years ago, because he had lost a lot of weight and he did it in a more shorter period of time compared to Brentley G. And excuse me, he was picked up by the media company, and he was featured on a lot of shows. He's been at this for a long time, and here is like a short of his 10-year weight loss transformation. And by the way, some of the similarities that I share with Obese to Beast is not only the fact that he pretty much was dropping like 180 pounds, it's the fact that he's also into bodybuilding. And that's something that I'm looking at when I, lose all the weight, because I do enjoy like getting stronger, building the muscle, seeing the plates go up when I'm doing my bench presses or my squats and stuff like that. I really enjoy the feeling of pushing my muscles. So I might get into bodybuilding. And if you saw like when you look at my vision board for my weight loss, yeah, you do see images of me when I'm at like my different weights, but when you go beyond like 240 pounds, you see pictures of other people, because I don't have pictures of me when I was less than 240 pounds. And so I have these ideal of where I want to go, and one of them is like a Mr. Olympia. And so I'm thinking that I might want to, become a bodybuilder. So let's look at Obese to Beast.
This is a concept where you work every single day.
Now you can tell this guy, he's been going at it. So think about this: 10 years weight loss transformation. He lost a substantial amount of weight. If you look at his old videos, you'll see that he lost about 180 pounds of fat. And ever since then, he's been building up muscles. You can see his calf, you can see his quads, his biceps.
As hard as you can towards your goal.
He's been really putting in the work.
At the same time.
Like, look at that. That's like a big chunk of meat right there. So this dude, he's been really putting in the work. And mind you, he had like a lot of loose skin. Let's see if I can pull up.
A lot of people think I have more fat on my body.
Let's see if I can find one of his videos. All right, I scoped and I finally found a video that I want to reference of his, right? So as I showed you from the calculator, altogether I'm trying to lose like 178 pounds, right, to get to my ideal weight range. Which, by the way, I don't know if I want to actually get down to like less than 200 pounds, but that's an entirely different discussion, right? So just going by the calculator, I'm trying to lose about 178 pounds, and we could round that up to about 180 pounds. So pretty much what Obese to Beast was pretty much lost. And by the way, this video is like from like 7 years ago.
My first meal.
So this is him basically getting ready for his first men's physique show.
Check out, this is what the tan's looking like right now.
I did get a tiny bit of water.
So, if we're doing like 1-for-1, right, I can pretty much kind of expect to maybe have this same type of like loose skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can kind of see it right here around the belly. You can see it around the nipples and stuff like that. And, he got some on the arm. And I've seen that he also has some like around his legs and stuff like that. I'm also kind of concerned that I'll probably have like a little bit of loose skin like under my jaw. and stuff like that. And I can already tell from how my nips kind of hang that it'll probably be like his. You know what I'm saying?
You can't really see it, but luckily, it's not a big deal.
And like he said, I don't think it's that big of a deal. That's because I don't think loose skin generally is that big of a deal, right? When we want to do like a comparison, right? I would rather have a body like this with loose skin like that than to be like how I am right now. Similar to Brentley, right? Because between Brentley and I, we're not that far apart in terms of our weight. We're both in the 300 range. So I rather be like this guy who's thinner, has loose skin, who's pumping iron, and this was him like 7 years ago, right? And this is him more recently. So literally over the course of 7 years, he's been like building himself up and stuff like that. And I'd rather be doing the same thing. I'd rather look like this 7 years from now than to, be like this, be like how I am right now. Now, for those who do develop loose skin, there is an alternative, right?
Me for a while, you know that my goal weight is if you've been watching me for a while, you know that my goal weight is 220, and I do want to get there eventually. But once I'm there, I want to commit to a year of staying exactly in a range of 220 to 250. And if I can make it for an entire year, that's the point at which I'm going to get loose skin surgery. I want to make sure that once I'm there, I'm going to stay there, and that this weight loss journey is absolutely my final one, and that it's the right thing to do, and it's the smart thing. There's a lot.
Loose skin surgery. For those of you who are worried about loose skin, which by the way, when it comes down to the loose skin, there's really no way for you to tell if you're going to develop it as you lose the weight. It's a high possibility, regardless. Two, you don't know how severe that loose skin is going to actually be when you lose the weight. Three, there really is no way for you to prevent it from happening. Even if you lose the weight very slowly, you could still end up getting loose skin. So if you're worried about, if I try to lose like 100 pounds in like 1 year, I'm going to develop loose skin. Well, you could lose 100 pounds over the course of 3 years, and you could still develop loose skin. So there really is no definitive way around it. If you are like super big like I am, right? If you're morbidly obese, the chances of you developing loose skin is very high, okay? You can put all of the butters, all the lotions, all the oils, you can do all of that all over your skin. You can literally just take a bath in that stuff. You can consume collagen, you can intermediate fast, you can do all that stuff. There really is no guarantees and no definitive proof that anything that you find online is going to stop you from having loose skin. Can it improve it? Yes, it certainly can. Can you improve the quality of your skin with those oils and collagens and stuff like that? Yes, you can. Can that help maybe cause your skin to bounce back better than not doing anything at all? Of course. Of course. Hey, kitty. I see you. Again, there's plenty of stuff that you can do. It's not going to be guaranteed that it's going to work. And I'm the type of person that I rather just accept it, If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. I don't want to. There's so many things that are going on, economy, your interpersonal relationships, your health and your weight. There's so many things that you need to focus on I just don't think focusing on something that hasn't occurred yet is something that you should do. You know, we could plan for our retirement, but it's like, do you really need to hyper focus on something like loose skin when you don't have loose skin? It's like if you're like me and you're like 180 pounds overweight. I think the most prevalent issue that you have right now, or that I have right now, is 180 pounds. So for me, I'd rather focus on trying to lose that 180 pounds than hyper focus, blow my budget, trying to prevent myself from having loose skin. Okay? The problem right now is the weight. Once I lose the weight, I can look at myself, see if I have loose skin, and then I could try to figure out what I need to do to get rid of that loose skin. If I should even bother to get rid of the loose skin. Because after all, you have options. You can either get some loose skin surgery, right? Or you can just accept your skin, accept yourself for what you are, and you could just carry your loose skin like it's a badge of honor, right? Because it's a battle scar. You know, you've been unhealthy, you were doing unhealthy things, and you were basically abusing your body for so long. You naturally will have scars, right? You're gonna naturally have scars. So that loose skin is your scar. And it should also, I think the loose skin can be like powerful for your psyche, because when you see that loose skin, you can think about where you came from, and you can wake up, go to the gym, lift weights, and do everything in your power to not go back to where you came from. And I think that's why Obese to Beast, he could have got rid of that loose skin a long time ago, but you know, he still carries that loose skin. But again, there's also nothing wrong with you wanting to have the loose skin surgery, right? Like Brentley G, he's talking about having the loose skin surgery, even though he's not 100% sold on actually doing the surgery, but he has like certain criteria. Like for him, he's going like, if I can't keep my weight between 200 to 250 pounds over the course of 1 year, what's the point of me getting a weight loss surgery if I may end up just, you know, consuming the fat, just eating the junk food and stuff like that and gaining the weight back again. Oh, how did you climb up to that shelf, little guy? How did you climb up to that shelf? Yeah. You are being you're being a little bit bad right now. I don't know how he climbed up to that shelf. I definitely am going to move some stuff around after this video, but yeah, he climbed up to that shelf. Lord. Okay, we're gonna give this a test, and it's gonna be your little test to see what you do. You're scaring me right now, little guy. You're scaring me right now. And from the smell, I could definitely tell you did not use the pad correctly. Anyway, I'm going to have to mop the floor. Anyway, back to it. There's nothing wrong with having the loose skin surgery, and there's also nothing wrong with you keeping the loose skin. I haven't really decided where I'm going to go, but since I don't have like a lot of cash and stuff on me, and I doubt my insurance is really going to cover it, you know, I am under the mindset that if I was to develop the loose skin, I might save up for the surgery to get rid of it. But it just really depends on like how bad it is, right? I would have to see like how bad it is, you know, I don't think this is too bad, in my opinion. Like, I really don't think this is too bad in terms of loose skin. Like, if you're just wearing a shirt, you really can tell that this guy has like loose skin. And if you're wearing, like he has on compression pants underneath this, those compression pants is going to keep any loose skin on your legs like inside. And so people aren't going to really notice that. So you could perfectly go around and, you know, look.
Time that it's going to take time.
You
So
could go
hustle
around
patience
like
is a
looking
concept
pretty
where-
big, you know what I'm
where
saying,
you-
like that. Like nobody's really going to tell like that you have a lot of loose skin. And again, his skin has basically been slowly healing over the course of like, I think 5 to 7 years or something like that. Right? Yeah. This video was made 7 years ago. So over the course of 7 years, his skin has been getting better. But then again, he's been putting on muscle, so his body is stretching itself back out. But then again, there's going to be cases where the loose skin is going to be it might be like so bad that it starts affecting your psyche, and so you might consider getting it. But again, for me, bringing this video back to me, I have no reason to focus on the loose skin. I don't want to focus on the loose skin. I don't want to try to break my neck, buying collagen products so that I can help with the elasticity of my skin. I don't feel like doing that. When I bathe, I have like lotions and stuff. I put the lotion on to keep my skin relatively as moist as possible because my skin do get dry. So I already put on oils and lotions and stuff onto my skin. It's like, why do I need to buy some expensive skin products that's supposed to help reduce the loose skin and stuff like that? I don't need to do that. I don't really feel like I don't have the energy to do something like that. I got enough issues to deal with. I'm feeding 4 cats now. I am trying to lose 180 pounds. You know what I'm saying? 10 pounds down, right? I got financial issues. I'm trying to pay off debt. I'm trying to save my money. Eventually, I would like to get into investing into the stock markets and crypto and stuff like that. So I already have enough to focus on. I don't need to focus on something as irrelevant as like loose skin. It's like, why do I need to focus on that? Again, this is something that hasn't occurred yet. I am fat. That's what I am right now. This is the problem. My skin, right? My skin, that's not the pressing issue right here. So why focus on it? Yeah, I could be proactive with it. But I just don't care enough. I just don't care enough about it. And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm not telling you how you should feel. I'm just saying how I should feel. So if it's important to you, go for it. You can do whatever you want. But I'm just letting you know that everything that's out there is not a guarantee that it's going to do anything to mitigate or completely eliminate your loose skin. Okay? It's helpful stuff. It can improve the quality of your skin, but it's not guaranteed to tighten and get rid of your loose skin, aside from like doing the actual surgery. It is what it is. It's for you to decide what you're going to do with your body. The only thing that I encourage is for you to lose the weight, not be fat, get healthy, go for something that's going to make you stronger. Like if you want to build up your endurance, or you want to build up your strength, or you want to build your muscles, or you want to build your flexibility and stuff like that, pick something and make that your strength. When people reference your body, they look at that person and say, oh, that person's flexible. They look at that person and say, oh, that person is really, really strong. He could lift a lot of weight. Or they look at that person and say, that dude, his body is built like the Hulk or something like that. He has a lot of muscle and stuff like that. Just let that be it. Or that person, oh yeah, he looked like he could knock the crap out. He could knock you out and stuff like that. That's really the only thing you need to focus on physically. Most of us is never going to be on the cover of a magazine. So it's like, why do you need to break your neck to make yourself look so pretty? You know what I'm saying? Just make yourself healthy. Anyway, this video doesn't need to be a long one. I think I'll cut it out here. And again, when it comes down to loose skin, people, you know the path that you're really on. You want this. You don't get scared about losing the weight and stuff like that. You don't need to care about your loose skin. You know, maybe replace your sugar with some collagen. Maybe use like a cocoa butter, oil-based products or something like that. And make sure you like keep your skin moisturized and make sure you're consuming 8 to 12 cups of water minimum per day. And that's pretty much the only thing you can do to try to help reduce the impact of your weight loss on your skin. There's really nothing more you can do. So yeah, just think about doing stuff like that, and just stay on the path. Stay on the path, lose the weight, deal with the loose skin. If you get loose skin, deal with that after the fact. You don't need to deal with it today because it hasn't happened yet.